Hello Haylet Nation, got a brand new one for you today. New floor plan from the Wolfpack family. She's going to tip the scale somewhere between just above or just below 13,000 pounds. The difference there is really going to depend on if you add the optional generator to it or not, obviously. This is the new 355Pack14, and the easiest way I can say it is it's just a 325 Wolfpack on steroids, brother. Let's take a look at this thing. The idea here is a lot of people really like the 325 pack, but sometimes found themselves needing a little more. So what they did is said, fine, we're gonna give it a little bit bigger garage at 15 feet from front to back. We're gonna give it a closet slide up in the bedroom, but it still has all those Wolfpack things you're looking for, like an enclosed underbelly with the tank heaters, dual power awnings, let's see, what else here? Dual air conditioners standard on this thing, a 30,000 BTU air system. It's got all the trimmings. This is what I call that all thriller, no filler package. That's one of the things I love about Wolfpack. You're not paying for diminishing returns here. Everything you're getting is a big hitter feature. And for people like me, I call it Larry Lunchbucket or Jane Sixpack, who still maybe punch a clock for a living. This is gonna be your speed right here. You are going to like what you see. Now, along the way, guys, if you see something you like, leave us some comments. Let us know what you like. If you see something, if I don't, sometimes I get a little squirrely if I leave something unclear. Ask me a question. And if there's something you'd like to see different, let us know that too. And who knows, maybe together next year we can make it even better. So starting up the back here, one of the things I want to point out is a feature you don't usually find from the factory on RVs, and that is the rear view camera that you're seeing back here. That kind of started as something that began as a temporary incentive item from Wolfpack. It was immediately very well received, and it is currently part of their kind of like standard customer value package things. I think it's part of the Platinum package. I don't know. The RVs all have all these packages nowadays, most of which are actually standard equipment, but they all have special names for them, so I'm not sure which one that falls under. But the fact is it's there, and I think at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now, what we're looking at here, again, compared to the 325, which is awesome with a 13-foot garage, this is giving us 15 feet from the back of that ramp up to that washer-dryer prep wall over there where that extra-large pass-through door and the half bath are located. Now, of course, we have our Power Lift Happy Jack sofa bed combo, and that is what makes this floor plan so flexible. If you want to, you can fold those down and have twin sofas. You could convert them into something that looks like theater seats. There's a folding picnic table we'll see later that you can put down here. You can make them ride horizontally, parallel with the overhead bed. They can ride vertically like you're seeing right here. You can flip them into another bed so that you can basically have two queen beds back here. Plus you got the loft, plus the sleeping up front, plus somebody could crash on the couch. You could sleep 6, 8, 10 people in here, depending on how friendly, you are with one another. You can throw an air bed over there in front of the half bath and get even more people if you needed to. This is 3/4 plywood floor decking. Most RV plywood's 5/8. Some is only 3/8. This is 3/4 inch, which is thicker still. Heavy duty flooring back here with 15 tie downs. So you never have to fight somebody for figuring out where you're gonna park stuff, which, handy, obviously. So if you've got yourself a big side-by-side, or you've got long kayaks, not everybody with a toy hauler is looking to haul something with a motor. If you've got something like bicycles, kayaks, dog crates, although, of course, a Harley, a Goldwing, anything like that could serve the purpose just as well. This is going to be a great model for you because it's, large and charged and there ain't much it don't fit. Even my big head. This thing's so big, even my big head can fit in here. And if you're looking, it looks and feels a whole lot like the 325 Wolfpack. The thing is, though, again, every room is slightly bigger. And again, this is not a replacement for the 325. This is a sister to that floor plan for somebody who likes the layout but needs just a little bit more. They're both going to hit the same main notes. It's just that this one's stretched out a little bit. So, like the island, for instance, you see how this one's a little bit bigger, so they included a couple of these little stools that are strapped against the side. So you got more places to sit. You know, you could eat at it, you could just use it for prep space, and I like the fact that it doesn't have a sink buried into the middle of it. We'll come back and look at the kitchen in more detail in a minute, but I do want to mention that that is one of those 12-volt compressor fridges, and especially handy, like with the optional generator that we've built onto this one. You know, you can spend all the time you want off-grid here. Now, this thing has, brace yourselves, boom! Like just this crazy, aggressive LED light package up here, that accent lighting. There's a ton of it. Most of the time, I like to leave it off like this. I don't dislike the look of it, but man, I don't know. I think like if I was going to have friends over and we're going to have more of like a party atmosphere, I might kick them on. But for just me hanging around all day, maybe not my favorite thing. And I hope you appreciate the fact that like we're willing to say sometimes what isn't our favorite feature about an RV. I like to have an open, candid, honest conversation with our folks here at Haylett RV so that you know we're always shooting you straight. Now, one thing I want to show you, we're going to take just a quick walk on the wild side up that ladder up there so you can peek around at the loft. It's going to be brief because there ain't much to see. It's just a mattress pad and some lights, but I do like that extra set of household outlets up there. Another nice little touch is they have a little, hey, lights out, kids, kind of switch up here, so you don't have to go climbing up and down that ladder to get to stuff. Now, a neat little thing they do is this does include a quick release TV bracket that you could have installed on that TV entertainment wall right there. But Wolfpack says not everybody wants the TV to only face directly toward the sofa. Some people might want it to move if they choose to add a television. So they leave it blank while giving you the hardware in case you do want to swap that out and pick something else you want to put in there. Electric space heating fireplace down below, taking the nip out of the air, which is always very, very welcome. Now, the left and right seats are heat and massage. All three seats, however, do recline, and it is almost like a wall-hugging super cinema sofa right here. And remember, that portable picnic table I mentioned is something you could drop in front of it if you're so inclined. You've also got some great window coverage over here on the door side. We're taking a look at the roll-up down zebra shades. Those zebra shades are also something that not everybody is in love with. And if that describes you, remember, that's screwdriver work. That's an easy thing to swap out. Speaking of screwdriver work, that entry window is thin shade ready. So if you do want to add a little privacy shade to that viewing window, you can. But as you'll see when we step outside, it is very, very dark tinted. It is hard to see through. Nice little note on the USB plugs right there so you can keep your phone next to you and topped off. I've got an addiction to my phone. I'm aware of it. I haven't cared enough to do anything about it. Anybody else in that same boat there where you're on your phone way too much, you might want to sit over here then, where there's household and USB plugs. Now, all of the countertop stuff is a sealed edge press membrane. And again, the 325 Wolfpack, certainly no slouch, but this one I think does have a little bit more cabinet space because they had a little more room to work with. We're going to start up top here. You can see they threw a shelf in that overhead cabinet, which really maximizes the storage capacity. And notice here in the kitchen, they are not shy about lighting. You can see what you're preparing, which is nice. All sealed edge counters, plenty of easy reach outlets, high-rise sprayer faucet with that gorgeous black stainless sink. I love that thing. Nice place for a wastebasket down here as well. As we work our way around, I've got that sink cover over here next to the stove, because I realized that easy remove sink cover works as a very handy side splash. Now, the glass cover right here is really acting as your backsplash. This sticker here says backsplash and cutting board. Well, you're going to have this mostly covered up, but the thing is, that is also easily removable. It basically magnets in place, and you can pop it on, pop it off. You can use it as a serving station, a serving tray, because the magnets actually act like feet. This is a little tricky to do with one hand. Hope you appreciate the effort here. Hope it's not rocking the camera too hard. Usually when I rock a camera, I try to do it with my guitar, not with, just shaky hands, because it's freezing right now. You don't see the snow outside, guys, but it's currently sub-freezing temps. I'm trying to not breathe toward the camera so it's not fogging the thing up. Anyway, you get the idea. Over there, that 12-volt DC compressor fridge, that is measuring 10.7 cubic foot of total cold storage capacity, which is significantly larger than the fridge that Wolfpack used to use, while using the same physical space, while still giving us the ability to cool faster and be travel functional. Now, if you're looking at it, let me give you a look at the pantry. Then I'm going to get the pantry door out of the way real quick here. Pardon me. You're noticing there's a little bit of dead space on either side of that refrigerator. This is one of the very few Wolfpack models where if you want to, you can upgrade this to like a 12 cubic foot, one of those 4-door gas electric 2-way fridge freezers. So we've got some good cabinet storage, we got a nice fridge, we got a good pantry. But what you haven't seen so far is any drawers, and you're thinking, does this thing have any of those? And the short answer to that is, yup, it sure do. It has 6 big drawers built right into this island right here. Since they didn't have to worry about doing something like building a sink into the island, they didn't have plumbing in the way, they got to utilize every square inch of that for pure easy access storage space. And kind of like the rest of the RV, at first glance, the bathroom looks and feels almost exactly like what you would expect from the 325 Wolfpack. You've got a very similar layout. You got that extra large fan there. Tons of legroom and dressing room in this one. Great headroom in the shower. Since it's 6.5 foot tall, people like me can fit into there. But what you're seeing here is with that extra, little kick of space, they added a nice like 6-inch deep kind of linen cabinet, double linen cabinet actually over here, where it's not going to interfere with you being on or off the toilet. Now, speaking of legroom, there's a quick look at it for you there. Extra large sink over here, but I like how the corners are still open, so you got a little place to be able to put like toothbrushes and that kind of thing. And like most members of the Cherokee family, they are very good about giving us a very large, deep, functional medicine cabinet space. I think I'm going to call this the Emerald Lugosi bedroom suite. And I say that because, once again, it starts by looking a lot like the 325 Wolfpack, and then BAM! They kick it up a notch by giving us a double closet slide with double dresser drawers and still maintaining a breeze window over there. But I want to begin our little storage adventure by first looking under the bed. It is easy lift. That is a king bed, which is kind of nice. And the thing is, there's still plenty of room to walk around it. Now, both sides of the bed have household and USB plugs, but you're seeing there's storage cabinetry up here. Let's crack everything open. On the way, a little obligatory glance at the side stand over here. In case you're curious what that funky rectangle is on the right-hand side, basically it's a dual USB hub, but there is a specific Bluetooth speaker called a driven speaker that you can hook up to that, and it acts as both a charger point for that and a docking mount station. So kind of like dresser cabinet space overhead, you do still maintain one side closet, but then you see over here in the slide out, you have 2 additional hanging closets with 2 dresser drawers below. But if I take a little seat on the corner of the bed here with you, you can look up top and you see that this does have a standard second air conditioner. I need to do some core workouts. My gut muscles are trembling right now. And by the way, TV hookups over here. Another neat thing is the slide to activate that, or the button rather to activate the closet slide is located right here. And the reason I like that is, let's say you two were both getting stuff around, packing stuff up, taking stuff out, I don't know, and you went to close that slide. Maybe got distracted. Your partner came in here in the meantime, left that door open. Well, you would potentially crush and damage that dresser drawer if you started closing the slide. By having the button in here, I have to have a direct line of sight to that slide out. So Wolfpack has made sure that I have basically, unless I just completely ignore it, which my wife will confirm that I am sadly capable of, I'm not going to damage that thing. Anything I can do to keep the RV in my driveway and out of the service centers makes me a happy camper, man. Now, here's something that actually surprised me on this one quite a bit. With the slides closed, usually when you have opposing slides in some kind of island, you get pinched off. You can't get through here. I want to make sure I stress that I said pinched off right there. I could see somebody hearing that differently. But since this is 102 inches wide, not 8 feet wide like a normal RV, it's 8.5 foot wide, there's actually a little bit of, I'm going to call it like a slipway here where you can slip yourself through. Now, you could also come in from the garage door if need be. Now, I'm going to do a sideways travel trailer 2-step, and you're going to get a nice look out the door side window while I'm shimmying my way through here. And if you do a little bit of that butt scoop boogie like I just did, you can get yourself through here. Now, the question then becomes, sure, you can do that, but why? Now, it's not the best access ever, but compared again to something like the 325, you can open that a little bit. Now, it's bumping the stool. If you stored that stool somewhere else in transit instead of having it strapped right here, you could open that more. So you can get to the fridge on this one. You can walk all the way through it if you really, really had to. I'm not saying it's the easiest, most comfortable experience ever, but you could also come from the other opposite door. Something else I want to show you here is a pro tip from your Uncle Josh, the RV nerd. Before you open the slide, make sure that pantry door is closed right there. It is possible for that pantry door to get behind the slide fascia. Maybe, I don't know, a pool noodle or something might help you proactively avoid that. But what I would do is over there on your master control panel, put a little note that says check pantry door before you go open in that slide, because man, an ounce of prevention, truly worth a pound of cure, I think. We're gonna start right outside here on top of the slides. You see those little brackets? She's slide awning ready. We can assist you with that stuff here at Hayward RV. The doors have those gorgeous glass fronts. It gives it that good glossy look. They're anti-slam, entry handle for easy come and go, and the steps are easy adjust and super stable. The other cool thing about this is the entry steps that do not have the gas strut easy up down system, they actually are fully removable. So there's benefits to those step above systems either way. Now over here you can see a gas grill quick connect, very handy for little RVQ grills if you want to do some Blackstone cooking. Also, or I suppose you could actually hook a gas line up to it, turn it into a flamethrower, but boy, I don't recommend that. Now, the RV comes with its own free-floating kind of picnic table right here, made from the same sealed edge counter material that you would have spotted inside. You can use it in the garage. You can use it out here. Use it in front of the sofa. You could theoretically use it on the roof. But once again, I don't recommend that. And I seem to be coming up with a lot of things I don't recommend today. What I do recommend is utilizing the D-ring tie-downs that they give you in this expanded front pass-through compartment. That will help keep your cargo from shifting around. And these little buckle straps you're seeing right there, by the way, that is actually where this little table is intended to travel in transit. Now, while we're up front here, I want to give you just a quick overview on the new Yamaha generator on the front of this thing right here. That is an optional piece of equipment. It adds several $1,000s to this RV. But what's cool is it is about 20% less cost as compared to an Onan. It also weighs less. It also runs a little quieter. It also uses less fuel. It comes with a key fob to be able to remote start it if you're inside. And another really cool feature, it has a pull start. So if somehow you just completely exhaust all of your battery power, you can still get that generator fired up. You can still use your RV. You can get your batteries top backed off. You can get going, you know. You're not going to be stranded that way. She is 8 foot 6 inches wide. That's a 102-inch max width body. And something else I like about that is it also runs on a wide body chassis. That gives you a little bit more towing and structural stability. Black flush, outside shower, heated, enclosed underbelly with 12-volt tank heaters. A great overall pound for pound high dollar package on these things. Slide behind the slide. Looking past that glossy glass, we see ourselves those pretty aluminum wheels. What you don't see is the tire pressure monitoring system that comes standard with these. You may easily miss the little sewer hose tube under the skirt line there. And this is a standard fueling station, 30 gallons. It does share its fuel cell with the Gen Prep up front. Remember, the Gen Prep and the fuel station standard, the generator optional. Also standard, the side mount ladder. And a quick clarification here. I think I've actually said this wrong in a previous video. The patio party deck is now standard on Wolfpack fifth wheels. That actually didn't used to be true, but it is still optional on Wolfpack travel trailers. What is not standard are these removable steps back here. But I tell you what, Wolfpack's putting on one of the easiest functioning, lightest weight step options that I've seen pretty much in my dozen-year career. A lot of those step jobs that you add to the back of a ramp patio, they are bulky, they are heavy. You tend to bang up the doors when you're trying to haul them in and out of the RV. I mean, they're not always fun and easy to manipulate. And what is camping supposed to be? Fun and easy. So a lot of those steps have not been fun and easy. And I'm that guy that sets this stuff up for this video stuff, so I have probably manipulated more of them than just about anybody watching this video within reason. I can tell you, I've become a fan of those new steps that we have over there. But, kind of like Steven Tyler, I don't want to miss a thing, and I want to make sure you get to see everything over here on this patio. Because over here we got those twin patios, and what I really like is how they split them. They didn't put one big patio over the top of that big seating slide because it would eat up a lot of your awning space. Because that's not a shallow slide. Like, I don't mind when an awning's over a shallow slide, it doesn't really take up a whole lot of room. That one definitely would. But what's also neat is like you got your kind of like dedicated front entrance, and then back here you have like your own real personal kind of patio space. Like you've obviously got the, you know, patio ramp system where you could be hanging out, but you could just as easily still have something like a picnic table over here, maybe your little fire pit, and it's a little more reclusive private space back here. Both awnings are power, have their own little LED accent lights. There are also individual, like you see that motion light right there picking me up as I'm moving around here. Now you can turn that switch on or off, so you know, you're not going to be constantly flipping that on overnight. Like if a bird flies past your campsite at night, if you are parked in a park, you won't be, you know, disturbing the neighbors. TV hookups outside. That TV bracket could be used to match what is, like, say, available in the bedroom or the living room, but that really depends on you, what brackets you choose to use. Handy little pet leash latch over here. And this, I think, is a really smart thing that Wolfpack is doing right now. Like up front, you see the stable steps. And you're used to seeing that anymore in today's market, right? That's nothing too uncommon. But over here, you're like, why are they going with traditional folding steps? Remember that this is a garage. Those stable steps, like those Morides, flip up into the camper, and they would interfere with your loading space, whereas these do not. But they still want to make sure that you have that kind of sturdy underfoot feeling. So they have a LCI solid stance set of legs on here. I can't even, good Lord, that's a lot of S's, you know? They didn't tell you that many S's on Sesame Street. Anyway, you get the idea. You can adjust those however you need to make sure that they're making good contact with the ground, so it's still sturdy and solid when you come in and out, so the whole rig doesn't shimmy and shake around. Remember, we've got those now you see it, now you don't doors and that glass, or well, windows rather, in the glass front doors over here. And how good does that look? It just disappears and it just kind of melds into that gorgeous high gloss glass that we have over here. You can, I mean, again, you can literally see yourself in this. So after you come back from the trails, you can see what your hair looks like when you whip off that helmet. Pro tip, it ain't pretty. And a few of my favorite features up here on this roof for you. Remember, these are both 15,000 BTU air conditioners to give you that great, like, high power cooling capacity when you're out there baking in the sun. And look at the little roof vent kind of clips up here. Now, frankly, at this stage, most RVs are doing something like this. Like, you see these little feet that stick up? Those don't do anything right now, but if you want to add those roof vent covers, basically, Wolfpack has made it so that you don't have to actually screw anything into the construction of the RV, which could detrimentally affect your warranty. They've made sure that you get full use and function of it, and that, you know, you don't screw it up just by using something that a lot of people like enjoying. Up here, we're looking at the Juice Pack solar package. It is a 50 watt, generally speaking, I'm going to call it a very, very good battery tender. But with a single battery and that 50 watt package, assuming you're getting good sunlight, you can go for about a week running that 12 volt fridge that we saw inside. Now, if you're going to be serious about going off grid, things like generators, things like additional solar, things like extra batteries are all things that you should consider. That is not intended to be the be all end all. It's intended to be something just to kind of help you out along the way. Little Wi-Fi prep point here for the LCI hotspot, but what's cool about this is how the lid screws in from the top, and it's like, again, you're not screwing anything into the Wolfpack construction, which once again could affect negatively your warranty. They've made sure that this thing is simple, fun, and functional. So if you're looking for something that really lets you pack a lot of, and I take no great pleasure in saying this, that's not true, I can't wait to say it, junk in the trunk, then Wolfpack it up with this 355 Wolfpack here at Haylets. Now remember, guys, we love your feedback. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that you can always keep in tune with what else we have coming out, because there's plenty more coming. We've got tips and tricks videos, not to mention all the RV tours that we do here. And along the way, remember, we don't do hidden dealer fees. So if what you're looking for is a simpler, easier experience, give our team here at Haylet RV a call, and we'll get you there. Because we only do everything except for hidden fees anyway. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylet camping, everyone.